Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be looking into how you can apply to universities in Canada. I'll share my experience of applying to the universities and getting shortlisted. I'll explain step-by-step process on how you can apply and get selected. So stay tuned till the end to get all the valuable information that I'll be sharing today. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. This encourages me to create more informative videos and I hope my videos are of great help to you guys. So without any further ado, let's get started. Let's see what all factors are needed to apply to universities in Canada, what all things we need to keep in mind before we apply to universities in Canada. So first of all, we need to research the universities where we want to apply. So it is very important to research about the universities before applying to the universities because practically it's not possible to apply to each and every university. So we need to create a list of universities where we want to apply. We should shortlist the universities and then we should start applying to those universities. So there are several factors which we need to consider while shortlisting these universities. So a few of them can be ranking of the university. So you can check what is the ranking of the university where you are applying and whether you want to apply to top universities in Canada or mid-level universities, or according to your preference, you can check for the ranking of the university and then apply to that university. Then secondly, you can check for the term or intake for which you are applying because according to my experience, I saw that for January intake or May intake, the number of seats that are available in the university is less compared to the number of seats that they have for fall semester for the September intake. So you can drop mails to the university and you can inquire about whether the seats are available or not in the intake for which you are applying. And universities are really welcoming and cooperative. They will reply to your mails and answer all your queries. So before applying, you can check out what all courses are available in the term for which you are applying and whether seats are available or not for those courses. Then thirdly, you can look for scholarships. So what scholarships you are eligible for and you can apply under which scholarship. So you can apply to those universities which are offering good scholarship and you are eligible for those scholarships. Then fourthly, you can also look at what is the fees of a particular course in which you want to enroll yourself and what is your budget, according to which you can select the university. Like if your fees of the university to which you are applying is very high, it's far from the budget that you have estimated, so better to check the fees that the universities are charging and then apply it to the universities. So it happens like when you are going for a particular university, you might have plans for taking education loan or you have to do a budgeting before applying to the university. So it's a very important factor which you need, which you should consider before applying to any university. Then you can also check the province where you want to apply. So that is your choice in which province you want, for which province you want to apply. Um, so these are some of the factors which you can consider while choosing the university. Then you need to take the English eligibility exam. So depending on the university's requirement, you need to go on the university's website and check for the requirement of the English test. So what test they are accepting, whether it's IELTS or GRE exam, which exam or GMAT exam, which exam they are accepting according to your course to which you are applying. And then you need to check that what is the minimum requirement in order to apply to that university. Also, you need to see that you meet that eligibility criteria or not once you take the IELTS exam and what score the university accepts. And according to that only you need to prepare yourself, prepare well, and then you need to give your IELTS exam. You need to take your IELTS exam and so if you score well, your chances of getting shortlisted by the university will be high. So these are some of the factors which we need to consider while applying to the universities, as well as these are some of the steps which you have to take while you are applying to the universities in Canada. Once you have shortlisted the university and you have taken the IELTS exam, the English exam, which the university demands, Then the next step would be to write a strong SOP. SOP is the statement of purpose which you have to write for the universities. So mainly in SOP you need to mention your achievements and reason why you're applying to that particular university which you have selected. And you also need to write about your goals and career ambitions and how will this course help you in achieving those career ambitions. So you need to mention all those information which you feel will make your SOP a strong SOP and which will help your profile to be shortlisted and selected by the university. After SOP is being written, there are certain other documents that are being demanded by the university. Like for example, they might need your transcripts, original transcripts from your previous university or college, and they might need your degree photograph copy, the previous degree which you did from your previous university. So you need to get other documents as well before filing the application for university. So you need to upload all these documents on the university's portal or where you are filing your application, and then you need to pay the application fees on your university portal. And once you have paid the fees, which fees for most of the universities basically lie from your 100 Canadian dollar to 200 Canadian dollar. You need to use a credit card to make the payment. So once you pay your fees, your application with the university is filed. So if you are applying to the university, wait for a month or two to get the decision. And I think colleges, they give decision early compared to university, but that timelines you can check on the college or university website. And if you will send all your set of documents to the university, correct documents, then after analyzing the application, they'll be shortlisting your profile, and then they'll be sending you the acceptance letter. So this acceptance letter could be a conditional acceptance letter or unconditional acceptance letter depending on the documents that you have shared with the university. So you will get conditional letter, acceptance letter if any of your document is pending but you are selected by the university. Then you need to send those documents. In my case, like I uploaded unofficial transcripts while applying to the university, but later on after my acceptance to the university, they asked for the official transcripts, which my university, the previous university, my bachelor's university, that university sent them directly, and photocopy of degree certificate, which I was supposed to send to my university. So these were some of the documents which were not present, because of which they gave me conditional acceptance letter. But after sending the documents, after few days, I got my unconditional acceptance letter, which was the main acceptance letter. And this final letter from the university stated about the program for which I was selected, and it also gave the details of the terms in which uh, I was I can go and join the university. So that was some of the information that was given in your unconditional acceptance letter. And then you need to collect all the documents that are required to file your student visa application, and go ahead and file your study visa application. I have made a video on how to file your study visa application without any agent, as I filed my application on my own. You can go and watch that video. I'll leave the link to that video in the description box. And I hope this video was helpful to you guys. And if you liked the video, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.